Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. So, I'm sitting around chilling, and God sent me to Mark 12. Okay? And, God speaks in parables. So, it did bring me to, it brought a smile to my face that the scripture is literally a parable. And the scripture is, he began to address them once more in parables. A man planted a vineyard, put a hedge around it, dug out a vat, and erected a tower. Then he leased it to tenant farmers and went on a journey. In due time, he dispatched a man in his service to the tenants to obtain from him his share of produce from the vineyard. But they seized him, beat him, and sent him off empty-handed. The second time he sent them another servant. Him too they beat over the head and treated him shamefully. He sent yet another, and they killed him. So too with many others, some they beat, some they killed. He still had one to send, the son whom he loved. He sent him to them as a last resort, thinking, they will have to respect my son. But those tenants said to one another, here's the one who will inherit everything. Come, let us kill him, and the inheritance will be ours. Then they seized and killed him and dragged him outside the vineyard. What do you suppose the owner of the vineyard will do? He will come and destroy those tenants and turn his vineyard over to others. Are you not familiar with this passage of scripture? The stone rejected by the builders has become the keystone of the structure. It was the Lord who did it, and we find it marvelous to behold. They wanted to arrest him at this, yet they had no reason to fear the crowd. They knew well enough that he meant the parable for them. Finally, they left him and went off. So, when I received this message, I was like, Lord, what are you saying to me? This is the first time God gave me, well, it's not the first time God gave me a scripture, but it's the first time God gave me a scripture as like the literal message to relay to his children. Okay. And for someone, there is someone that is trying to steal an inheritance. They want this inheritance. And it is an inheritance that you mean for your child. And they are trying to come up with some kind of scheme to take it. They are trying to figure out some kind of way to steal it from you and steal it from the child. Even as I was reading this parable, it was just nonsense that these people, like, they were hired help. And it was kind of ridiculous of them to think that they would be able to steal this from this man by simply taking out everyone that they sent to collect, that he sent to collect it. It's nonsense that they thought if they got rid of his child that they would be able to steal what he has. Just as Jesus said in the scripture, here is the one who will inherit everything. Come, let us kill him, and the inheritance will be ours. So, God is saying that there's someone, this is a sick person. This is someone with a sick mind. This is someone that is demented. This is someone that is deranged. They, for some reason, they think that they would be able with taking someone's child's life and then they would get everything this person has. And they think that the parent is silly. They think that the parent is simple-minded. They think that the parent will not realize that they are doing this. Baby. And this is a warning for somebody. I feel like this is a warning for someone. Watch your kids and watch who you have around your kids, because there are some people that are very manipulative. There are some people that are very cunning. There are some people, they will put on a face and act as if they are just sweet and they are kind and they are so loving and they will do no harm. And baby, this is somebody, they got a plot, they got a plan, they got a plan, they got a plot. They have a plot. They have a plot. And in reality, just as I was saying, as I was reading over the scripture, this person is not going to get what they think they are. They are sick. This is somebody, they need help. They really think that if they get rid of this child, that everything will be theirs. This is somebody, they need help. And I've seen stories about this where people, they end up in relationships with people that aren't the parent to their child, and this other person will convince them to allow something awful to happen to their child, or they'll leave this their child with this parent, and the step parent does something to the child while they're away. Do they get what they were expecting? No. They get time in jail is what they get. And, it's really sad that someone is thinking this way. They are thinking this maliciously. But this is a warning for someone. This is someone that you have allowed to be around your child. This is someone that either they know that you have an inheritance for your child, or they know that there will be an inheritance for your child. This may be someone that has got readings done on you and your child, and they see that that child has an inheritance. In some cases, the inheritance isn't even coming from you. It may be coming from the other parent. And they, when people do stuff like that, when they dabble with witchcraft, and they dabble with tarot, and they dabble with all that stuff, they don't realize that a lot of these messages are coming from demons. They are not getting the full story. They don't even realize that what they're doing is not going to allow them to receive what they're thinking they're going to receive. I'm being reminded of that Princess Frog movie, and how the voodoo man came up with a little scheme in which he would get rich. And baby, what did he get? He didn't get no money out of that. He didn't get no coins. He ain't get no certificates. He ain't get no tokens. He lost. And, this is a very sinister plan that somebody is building up. This is it's very evil. And it's very sad that someone would think that they would have to go ahead, and the way they would win and the way they will be able to accomplish their goals is if they get a child out of the way. Even if this is an adult child, they feel like they got to get this person out of their way. And they wouldn't get it no way. They wouldn't get it no way. They would not receive it regardless. It's not for them. Baby, this is sad. This is sad, and it is sad. It is so sad. The stone rejected by the builders has become the keystone of the structure. And I just feel like God is saying that, they really believe that they would be able to become that keystone if they did this. And it's not so. Like they cannot, they're trying to force themselves into an equation. And, they may be able to, the only thing that they can receive is what is theirs. The only thing that they will be able to achieve is what belongs to them. They cannot take anything that is not theirs, and this is someone, they're trying to steal something. They have malicious intent. They're trying to take something away. They're trying to and they don't even realize that the pain they would cause, whoever this parent is, the pain they would cause you wouldn't even deal with them anymore. And it's not going to be, the way that they think it's going to be. It's going to be obvious that they had their hand in it. This is something that would be obvious. It will be obvious that they are the one that called people and told them where your child was. It will be obvious that they were the one that did something to your child. It will be obvious that they had their hand in it. It will be obvious that they were the one that was supposed to be watching the child, and they allowed something to happen to the child. This is not something that they would be able to cover up. God says he will not allow them to get away with this. He will not allow them to get away with this. They are coming up with any and every scheme that they can to try to steal what you have, And they want to ensure that your child does not get it. And just like here in this scripture, they thought if they took this man's son from him, that it would be theirs. That man was like, no. Just what Jesus said. What would he do? He will come and destroy those tenants and turn his vineyard over to others. Why in the world would he allow people that cause his child harm to have anything that belongs to him? Nobody that loves their child would do anything like that. This is someone they really think that they will be able to receive what belongs to the child if they just get the child out their way. I'm going to be real and say I wouldn't even want somebody like that around me or my child. Period. But that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.